What's going on, everybody?
What's up, guys? How you guys
Welcome
doing?
to the show. Spooky Dudes, Crazy Joe, ready to rock.
Let's do this.
Exciting.
How have you been,
We got
Pop?
good. A Sam Super that sent something. It's
Yeah,
probably you.
yeah. I post on my story, so
Oh, good. How have you been?
I'm doing good. Just kind of working on the show, working on at work, working on my job, working at work.
Working at work, yeah.
Yearning for adventure,
For adventure, for a place out in the stars.
battling my. I've been battling people. Thank you.
I battled someone once. Did the what are you making? What are you gonna eat?
Ah! It's so hot! Ow!
What is it? What is that?
It's called Sandwich Bros. We make like little sandwiches you can just microwave for like a minute. They're really yummy.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Sandwich Bros. Nice. Seen any good movies lately?
Oh man, so I finally got like a good sound system at our house, and I've been just watching a bunch of movies. I know it'll just sound really good. Except for you.
For you. Sandwiches.
So I've watched Manhunter like 4 times this week.
It's understandable.
Just think it's amazing. What's up? Nothing much, man. How about yourself? How's the bibbage?
The bibbages. That reminds me. What you're eating right now reminds me of a one of those breakfast wraps at Taco Bell. Is that chicken? That vegan chicken?
No.
Processed, delicious chicken.
But watched Manhunter a couple times at one of my friends' places, and then like before I got the sound set up, 5.1 audio. Rewatched it again. Literally, like it's so good.
Yeah.
Such a great movie. And then the next day I watched. Let's see. Manhunter's a good one. They're doing awesome, just hanging out with your grandma and Uncle Tommy. Oh hell yeah!
Cool.
That's good stuff.
Your grandma and Uncle Tommy.
Next day, Trapper was over, right? And I started off the day with watching Blade Runner 2049. One of the greatest movies ever made.
It's a beautiful movie. It is one of the most beautiful movies I've ever seen in my life, dude.
Genuinely. Prettiest. It looks great. Acting's perfect. The music's perfect. The writing's perfect. Everything. That is a perfect movie. I don't give a shit what anyone says. Yeah, watch that. And then watch Rogue One, which is fantastic. And then right after that, we watched Guardians of the Galaxy 1, Guardians of the Galaxy 2. And then right after that, watch 1917.
Nice.
Which is like, you have all these space movies. And then World War One. So it's just a little crazy, but other than that, I haven't really watched anything else. I started watching Sex in the City. I don't know what that was about. Yeah.
Shut up. Is it good? Is it good?
The first season shot on film and it looks kind of good. So
nice.
Yo, what's a movie night? No,
Yeah.
true. Yeah. Yeah. Did that, and then got some Oingo Boingo records I showed off last week. I finally got to listen to them.
Sweet. How were they?
Pretty good. This record, Sheriff, the song "When I'm With You." Listen to that, and it's a completely different version than what it is on streaming. I'm so used to the streaming version or even the cassette version.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see, Paisley Cow. Hi, Paisley Cow. How are you doing, friend?
Hi, Paisley.
Got to have guilty pleasure trash TV. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Well, I finally watched Captain America: Brave New World,
Mhm.
and hey, Mike's here. What's up? Easy comic reader.
Popcorn, yellow stripe, smile. Yeah.
So I finally watched Captain America: Brave New World, and I loved it.
Mhm.
I thought it was awesome. Watched I don't know, it was just nice to see, because Sam Wilson as Captain America, just a regular dude, flawed. You know, you don't have the majesticism of the Steve Rogers Captain America. And I liked it a lot. I thought the performance were good. The story I didn't mind. I don't know why it got hate. I mean, I kind of know probably 90% of the reason why it got hate. But then I finished Secret Invasion today, the series. That was really good too. Ben Mendelsohn, Sam Jackson, freaking awesome.
Scroll. Yeah.
Yep. Ben Mendelsohn's just one of those actors that's just awesome. Just freaking awesome. Rogue One, Andor season 2. And then I watched he's just good in everything. What was that one he did? The Stephen King HBO Max series he did.
Oh, The Outsider?
Yeah. Haven't seen that one, but I heard it's pretty good.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not even. I agree, Ryu. I totally agree. Then I watched on Disney Plus. I watched the Tales of the Empire and Tales of the Jedi.
How were those ones?
Really good. Really awesome. Really awesome. And then I watched the documentary on Industrial Light and Magic. Those guys were incredible, what they created back then. 76 through 70, 75 through 77 for Star Wars. And how they just changed. They changed movies. They changed everything.
Yeah.
You know, it was kind of a gut-wrenching movie because Phil Tippett, the guy that did a lot of the model work, he was supposed to do a Harryhausen style Jurassic Park, and it looked so clean. It looked so beautiful. These dinosaurs that were all, clay and puppets, and they went with the digital. And Tippett was just like, "Fuck, I got to resign. I'm done. I don't have any work." And he didn't show up for a couple of days. And Spielberg personally went to his house and said, "Hey, I never fired you. I never told you couldn't work on the movie. We need you, dude. We still need your knowledge of how these things would move, how they would sound." I mean, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I haven't seen Phil Tippett's Mad God yet.
Yeah, that's a new one too, isn't it? Yeah, that I've seen some clips of it. It looks pretty good. I mean, it's no Crater Lake Monster.
No.
But what is?
That's true.
I love that movie. It's pretty good. So you freaked out over the China fungus?
What's that?
It's a new disease that's heading our way. It's all over the news, man. It's a China fungus.
I don't watch the news. Unless it's about like I don't know,
I understand.
fucking movies
I
or
don't-
something.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of which, they're making a live action Up movie.
What the fuck? What is that? What is
You
that?
know the old man
Yeah.
that.
Oh yeah, no. I'm just saying, like, what? Like, what are they doing?
Guess who's in talks to playing the old man?
Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford. I could see that.
Mm-hmm.
See, crusty old dude. I could see that.
Oh
Big
yeah.
time. No, nothing really. I've just been watching a lot of. Oh my God! Do you remember last week when I was taking to work and we saw that lady standing by those garages?
Oh, that was scary as shit, dude.
Dude, that was like Matrix shit.
Yeah.
That's like when you see people recording an airplane that's flying and it's not moving.
No.
That's exactly what that was. She was just staring off.
Yeah.
It started, man. The zombies.
It's starting the zombies.
Yeah, there hasn't been any really been any cool Bigfoot sightings or anything interesting this week. Kind of makes me sad. Kind of. What is that? Are you gonna eat that?
Can I give some?
Don't eat, smarty cat.
Dude, like, can I not chow down?
No.
Dude, it's literally like I feel like I'm drawn to it. Like I just
You're
want
gonna
to play
get
with it.
diarrhea.
I just want to start licking it and stuff and going
You're
crazy.
gonna get diarrhea and you're gonna start pooping in a freaking litter box.
I feel. Hold up! I hear a bag opening. What's going on?
I don't want zombies that run fast, Paisley. I agree with you.
As long as the zombies.
Fast running
yeah.
zombies. Damn you, Danny Boyle.
That's
Damn
true.
you, Danny Boyle.
Speaking of which, though, 28 years later,
Yeah, that's coming out.
Cillian Murphy isn't in the first one. He's in the second and
He's the
third.
second one. Yeah, I read that.
So
hopefully they get to a second one.
And then Nia DaCosta, who directed the Jordan Peele Candyman, is doing the second one.
Oh, really?
Fantastic director. She also did the Marvels. And then the third one, Danny Boyle said he wants to direct.
Yeah.
Which is,
Well, he's directing the new one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Something I didn't know about was Danny Boyle and Ewan McGregor's like feud.
Yeah, they didn't talk to each other for 20 years.
I think it was because he didn't he had him casted in The Island. Was that what happened? And then he like got rid of him for Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah. That and he I think Boyle was kind of mad at him because he took the Star Wars movie. He decided to do some Star Wars. And he went mainstream, and I think that pissed him off.
Yeah.
But yet, Danny Boyle's gone mainstream a few times.
Yeah, he made fucking Yesterday, bro. That Beatles movie. That movie was poop. Dude, I saw that shit in theaters. That movie was actual dog poop. It was poopy poop.
It was poopity poopy?
It was poopy, dude.
It was the diarrhea.
I'm watching my cats eat catnip right now. And they're straight geeked off the Fent bar. As they say.
So, a few days ago, my son Trapper and I were playing some vids, and some Battlefront 2, and somebody called me a sweat. Called me a sweat.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck is a sweat? What does that mean? What does that mean? And Trapper's like, it's old stuff. It's new terms, Dad. You won't understand it. I'm like, well, does that mean I'm like awesome because we have a gamer score of almost 125,000? It's like, no, that means we're bums. And I'm like, where do you come up with the word bum? Where do you come up with bum from the word sweat?
Yeah. It's so sweat means that you're like if somebody calls you a sweat.
Yeah.
That means that you're like trying too hard in the game. which makes you a bum. Sweat hog would be cool.
Why
Yeah.
did they
How about we tell the people about how was it some guy called you Unk?
and then I got called an unk.
You got called an Unk, dude.
Well,
But
what
you're-
happened was he said something about 123 gamer school, and what I love is I find as I get older, the younger the people are that give me shit. If I call them like kiddo or kid, it pisses them off.
Yeah.
So I said,
Unk need to touch grass. Michael Booty Lewis cameo.
yeah, Booty Lewis. So, and I said, I play a lot. I've been playing for years, kiddo. That's what I said. And
I've
they
been
said, "Oh,
playing-
sorry to bother you, then, Unk." I'm like, "What the fuck does that mean?"
That's funny. Somebody calling you Unk is genuinely probably the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life.
What the fuck's an Unk?
Uncle, like bro's
Oh, like
Unk,
an
like
old-
old. Yeah.
Yeah, but most movies that have uncles, the uncles are badass. Look at
That's
Silver
true.
Bullet,
Paisley Cow's an Unk.
Paisley Cow's an Unk.
Yeah, Paisley Cow's Unk.
I would really love to be called a sweat hog.
A sweat hog.
Yeah, you know, sweat hog. Welcome
Who's
back, Cotter. Hello, Mr. Cotter. Yeah, the unkness. We've seen it done.
Yo,
In it. That's
I didn't
right.
mean to call you out. I'm sorry.
I agree. Quentin is here tonight. Unkness.
Unkness.
So what exactly is an unk?
Uncle. It's term for. I've been called Unk before by people. Trapper calls me Unk.
It just hurt, man.
I do.
You're gonna have to every once in a while because it's the Money in the Bank is tonight, and John Cena and Logan Paul and Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes are wrestling in a tag team match. So I want to see John Cena and Logan Paul win stupidly.
Yeah. John Fart.
I don't understand why. I'm really excited for this whole Peacemaker season 2 Superman thing
You too.
because they're in the same universe.
Mhm.
The same universe. They're on the same freaking planet. Who won, Quentin? Quentin, let me know.
Cena is an Unk.
Cena's if you move some of those letters around and then you add a T to the end of it, that's what Cena is. See what I did there? No, don't tell me. I'll watch it later. All right. So
I will
What?
I would say two more things before we get started
Okay.
on video.
You're pregnant.
I'm not yet, but there was a couple announcements, video game announcements that had me really fucking excited.
Ooh, yes.
They had Summer Games Fest. I think that was straight up yesterday, maybe the day before now, but
It was yesterday.
it was yesterday, and pretty much, surprise interference. Was it like Undertaker or something? Probably.
It was some unk. All right, now, damn it.
But what happened was, or I guess the two big reveals were the new Resident Evil, which is Resident Evil 9, which is called Resident Evil Requiem. And it's the Ashcroft. I forgot her first name, but it's the girl from the Resident Evil Outbreak games. It's her daughter. She's like the main character, and it takes place back in Raccoon City after the nukes. And Leon's also in the game, from what I've heard. And I'm really fucking excited for that. And then we got Silent Hill F trailer. Dude, we're eating good. We're
So where does the
feasting.
Resident Evil 9 take place? After
Takes place after
playing
8.
with the village? Okay.
Yeah, it's so Leon's gonna be an old man.
Ah.
So I'm pretty sure. I think he's like old. So
What does the F stand for?
F, it's a music. What's a? I don't know. I'm not good with it. It's a flat. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know.
Better come
AAA
back.
horror comeback. Yes, and then we also got Chronos: A New Dawn, made by the guys that did the Silent Hill 2 remake. We got
nice.
Ill. Well, the Chronos game is like a new Dead Space type game, but it's like Lovecraftian, more Lovecraftian, like fleshy. And then you got but you got that. You got that new game Ill, which has been like I've been seeing trailers for that looked fake for years, but this time it's like an actual real game. What else dropped? I forgot the other one, but it's gonna be a good year for like horror games.
Are those
excited.
only exclusively on the PS5?
No, I'm pretty sure they're on everything. So, but yeah, pretty excited though.
Well, good for you. It's good for everybody. Horror games are the shit.
Are the
Dead
cat's
Space is one of the
pajamas.
greatest games ever made. Ever made.
Oh.
I was going to show something, but I don't know where. Yeah. Okay.
All
So
right.
we're going to hang out with you guys and show some fun stuff here.
Let's do a shorter video. This one's an hour.
No, we're not going to show all of it.
Oh, okay. I was like,
wow, dude.
an hour of creature vids.
Yeah.
I've become a fucking demon.
Okay, ready? Here we go, guys. Creature vids.
Creature vids.
Hello everyone, my name is Sir Spooks, and today we'll take a look at the 25 scariest and most authentic looking creature videos of all time.
Whoa,
Seeing as right now we are all under quarantine, this means that not a whole lot of people are going out to investigate the paranormal, and there's less activity in the community as a whole. Because of this, I figured what better time than right now to take a look back at the 25 videos of creatures captured on
Pops,
camera
let
that
me
I
stream it. It's,
personally
like,
deem
cutting
to
out
be
a
the
little bit.
scariest of all time. I have
What's the
featured
video
all
called?
of these videos in the past 4 years,
25
and I thought it would be
scariest
awesome to
creature
put the
videos of all
very best
time
creature videos
by-
into one huge compilation and take a look at them with fresh eyes
Sir
and
Spooks.
fresh narration.
All right,
Prepare
I
your
got it pulled up. What time were you at?
I don't know. Let's get rid of it.
All right.
We're like maybe a minute into it.
Yeah.
You guys ready for some spooky videos?
You guys ready for some scares, some spooks, and some goofs? Some goofs and
Ghosts,
spooks.
goblins?
Go some ghosts and goons.
You encountered a spook, specter, or ghost? If so, give us a call. Oh my God, tomorrow's Ghostbusters Day.
Tomorrow's Ghostbusters Day.
Tomorrow's Ghostbusters Day.
Should I watch Ghostbusters tomorrow?
You're going to have to.
I haven't seen the new one yet, Frozen Empire.
I heard they all die in it.
What?
I heard Han Solo dies in that one.
Really? After he gets a Tesseract from Homer Simpson?
Yeah.
scariest and most authentic looking creature videos of all time.
Okay.
Seeing as right now we are all under quarantine, this means that not a whole lot
It's
of
just an
people are
older
going
video,
out
folks.
to investigate the paranormal,
What is
and
that?
there's less activity in the community as a whole. Because of this, I figured what better time than right now to take a look back at the 25 videos of creatures captured on
Right
camera
now.
that I personally deem to be the scariest of all time. I have featured all of these videos in the past 4 years, and I thought it would be awesome to put the very best creature videos into one huge compilation and take a look at them with fresh eyes and fresh narration.
That's a lot
Prepare
of
yourself.
talking, dude.
This is a good one.
All right. Here we go. Number 25.
For those that are unaware, a popular internet creepypasta or
What are
urban
those
legend
called?
is that of the
The Rake?
elusive Rake, a
Rake.
humanoid creature
Rake.
that preys on people and attacks them similarly to the infamous Slender Man. The Rake originated in 2006, and numerous videos have been posted to the internet claiming to have captured the scary creature on camera. However, the most convincing of these videos is by far this one published to YouTube by user Shimmy Jim Hogg on July 25th, 2011. It begins with the explanation, quote, "On the morning of July 14th, 2011, around 1:30 a.m., I began to hear noises on my roof similar to the night before. I went out with my camera and recorded this video." End quote. For the first little while,
Shimmy Jim
nothing too
Hog?
crazy happens as we see the uploader
Like
walking
what?
around various areas.
That'd be a
But
cool nickname to
a
have.
minute or so later, he falls off the roof uninjured and captured this on his camera.
I've been hearing some noises on my roof tonight. Hear that?
He woke up naked with a beer bottle in his butt and poker chips in his mouth.
Yesterday
He
I
was
heard
very
the same thing,
confused.
but
He was
I
very
didn't wanna come out.
confused. Yes.
The camera wasn't charged. I can hear something up there. Hear
All
that?
right, where's this thing at?
Hear that? Oh my god. There, gotta climb on that. These are the shingles.
Wait, he's on the roof right now? Oh, yeah, he is. What?
Hello? Oh my god.
If this is indeed real, then we can only imagine how
Dad, are you sitting in
terrifying
the
it must
dark
have
right
been
now?
to
Yeah.
look back on the footage only to
It's
see
fine.
that creature staring back at you.
Whoa,
It would-
dude. Is that you, dude?
I don't want to talk about it.
Be enough to
sorry.
give any
What
I
were
was
you
young.
doing?
I needed the money.
You were young and you needed the money, so you became
Yeah.
the rake.
I was a rake. Could have been worse.
I know I'm no better than any other human. So,
buy
Yeah,
you
so
the
don't judge.
goosebumps.
That is creepy looking. Look at that.
dude, the Don't Judge Me challenge. We should do that real quick, Dad. You should do a Don't Judge Me challenge.
What is that?
It's where you put like
Without a doubt,
boogers on your face and like weird makeup and Sharpie, and then you pretend to be ugly, and then you go, wait, you cover the camera, and then it cuts to when you're like pretty and you're like, it's called the Don't Judge Me challenge. Creature saw him fall like, bro, you good.
That's true.
That's true.
Creature was laughing at him.
Dude, that creature was geeked. He scared the creature. The creature was just minding his own business.
Exactly. You know that.
You know?
You ever wonder why in most
It's all about perspective.
It is. It's all about perspective. I mean, we don't want to have to school anybody, but it's all about perspective.
It's all about perspective. Even if you're the rake.
Yep.
aliens are one of the most widely believed in otherworldly entities, with many people all around the world insisting that they do exist. If this YouTube video published by Caught on Tape is real,
What is
then
that?
this is some really great evidence of their
Where'd you get
existence.
Nightmare on
It
Elm Street
begins with a
stickers.
message
Abby
informing
and
us
Michael got
it was
them for
filmed
me
on
from Five
September
Below.
15th, 2011. A few seconds in, the man recording explains that he has been inactive due
Are they
to a
all on
family
catnip right
emergency, when suddenly he hears strange footsteps coming from above him. A short while later, he ventures up into his attic to see if he can find anything. Moving his flashlight around various different areas, he seemingly finds nothing. That is, until a moment later when he starts to hear some scary noises. Take a listen and hear what was in his attic that night.
Nothing has changed. Hear that? I haven't been hearing the noises outside as much. And you hear that? Listen. Since I've been back, most nights I've been hearing noises in my attic.
Very spooky.
And tonight, noises have been the worst.
What the hell?
Hello? Hello?
It's like that scene in Aliens when he lifts up the ceiling and all those xenomorphs are coming toward him. Ew.
Oh, God. Hello?
Whoa.
I think it's just a raccoon.
What was that?
So I can explain myself.
Why would it be in the attic?
I was really cold. It was really cold out, and I needed a place to stay, and that was the only place. This guy's attic was the place I needed to stay at.
Well, why did you make such a weird noise?
Because I was scared, dude. He scared me.
How'd you get in his attic? You don't want to talk about it?
Let's cut this out. Cut this out of the stream. Fuck the. But there's one thing I will say. Mr. Ozzy, that's in the chat. I've known him for a long time. There's this one video we saw when we first started hanging out. So probably 7 years ago. I don't know. It's been a long time. And there was this video, and it was called "Something's in the Attic." And maybe somebody can find it. I can't find the video for the life of me. But it's like these group of, I can only assume college kids, all in this house, and they're messing around, and instead of they're recording on an old flip phone or something, one of the first phones that had a camera on it, so it's super low quality, and it was an old video with barely any views. But it's those attic doors that you pull on the string, and the stairs come down, where the ladder comes down. One of those, and pretty much these guys are sitting there, they're recording, and they're like, "Is somebody up in the fucking attic?" In the attic? Attic? There's an attic, yeah, But
Good one.
yeah, whoa, I didn't mean, yeah. But so it's all of them going "Oh my," this is kind of freaky, but they're all kind of giggling because they're probably drunk or high or something, right? I think it's Snooki up there with her pickles. She's slurping on pickles.
Yeah.
Caught in the scene. But I remember it's really freaky because they're sitting there what the hell is that? And they somebody keeps dodging in and out of the attic, and then it kind of gets to the point where they're all kind of freaking out a little bit, and the attic goes down all the way, and one of the big frat guys starts climbing up the ladder, and the video ends. But it was so weird because it was so it was an old YouTube video, and the vibes were just rancid. It was super freaky. Boys got them raccoons in the attic. Yep.
That's right.
But I remember watching that, and we just kind of looked at each other and went that was really weird. That's a weird video. And we a couple years later, we're trying to find it, and it's gone. It's I can't even find it. So
It's weird.
yeah, it's just weird. It could be a goofy vid. It could be a joke, but there's something so sincere in the way they were all talking and the way it was recorded and how old it was. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe I'm just unk.
You're just an unk.
Maybe I'm just an unk.
Quit being a sweat unk.
If that wasn't
Keep
weird
a
enough,
sweaty
he
unk.
then sees a strange,
A sweat
alien-like
unk?
face that is hard
Here
to
comes.
notice at first unless you pause at just the right moment. Many people have stated this may be fake, so I want to hear your thoughts on this in the
See it.
comments.
Take a little face. Hold on.
Is this real or a hoax? Let me know.
Oh, okay, I saw it.
No.
It's Snooki.
Oh,
Aliens are creatures
Oh,
that are
this
believed
was
to be
crazy.
from another planet altogether, or maybe another universe. This is one of the reasons why we don't have confirmation of their existence yet. However, when it comes to planet Earth, Bigfoot is perhaps the most widely believed cryptid in our world, with
That's
many
right.
people for decades making attempts at trying to prove their existence.
Screen
In a
protector?
video published by the YouTuber Lakeshore Trains on February 15th, 2013, we can see a man recording something in the forest in Bell Valley, Pennsylvania. This thing that he captures is widely speculated to be that of Bigfoot himself. Take a look and see what this man captured.
There it is. There it is. Where'd it go? There. There. Do you see it? Look at
It's right there. Oh, there he goes.
Did you see
Wait.
it? There. Right there.
Oh,
Right
yep.
there.
Oh,
Albeit brief, if you look closely, you can see some sort of tall, lanky figure walking rapidly out of sight from the camera, never appearing again. Both the tall stature of the figure as well as the mannerisms have led many people to believe that this may very well be the elusive creature himself. What do you think? Is this actual footage of Bigfoot caught on camera? Or was this just some elaborate staging? Tell me your thoughts below.
somebody making some quick cash in the woods.
Yeah. Hey.
The channel Best Horror Videos uploaded the following video to their YouTube channel on May 16th, 2015, with
Alright.
the chilling title, Weird Creature in Abandoned House. It starts off fairly normal, and nothing out of the ordinary happens as we see what seems to be a group of friends enjoying themselves and chatting with each other late at night. However, their peaceful and fun night is just about to take a turn for the worse.
Ouais. Fait que ce fut c'est une super de belle soirée. Qu'est-ce que vous en pensez, les amis?
Moi, je pense que le feu, il est réussi en esti.
Oh man, are they French?
Frank, pogne la flashlight!
They're
Pogne la
evil
flashlight!
French people, dude. We can't trust
Fuck,
them.
c'était quoi?
Et c'est quoi? Oui, oui, oui.
C'est où?
It is. Everything's Bigfoot reading.
C'est parti par là. Hein?
I see him make as much noise as possible. Oh, did you see that?
C'est où?
He was just trying to get warm.
Hey, c'est pas drôle, c'est quoi?
Check, ça a bougé. Ça a bougé. Ça a bougé, recule. Fuck.
Something strange gets their attention, and they walk around slowly in the abandoned house. It may be hard to see, but
Oh,
if you pause, you can make out strange, figure-like shapes
yeah.
hiding in corners, as many commenters have pointed out. Nothing about this video seems
The Muppet.
overly staged to me, but I'm curious as to what you think happened that night. As always, any and all of your thoughts are most
Casper.
welcomed in the comment section down below.
It's a friendly ghost.
A user by the name of McHawkthorn shared the following clip over to my Sir Spooks subreddit, where I encourage you to share any scary videos you may have for a chance to be featured on videos like these.
Why does this guy kind
The
of sound like
title of this
JFK?
particular video
Like JFK?
He sounds like slightly like skewed JFK.
What are you
reads,
talking
"Wait
about?
till the end. Does anyone know where this is?" At the start, All seems perfectly
All
normal
seems
as
all
we
right.
watch a
Like,
man
you know what I mean?
braiding
Just
a woman's
sounds like
hair
him.
as she sits down and relaxes. We then see a group of people gathering around a campfire having a good time. However, it doesn't take too long for things to take a dark turn. One of the men is outside calling out the name Alexis, when immediately after, you can hear a woman
Dude,
screaming
chicken
in
and
the
a biscuit
distance.
though.
Eventually, the man recording the incident gets to a tree and sees a lanky figure seemingly just sitting there, when all of a sudden, something terrifying happens. Take a look.
What's up, Piggy?
Piggy,
Alexis? Shit. Alexis? Alexis? Shit. Wait. Okay, be careful. Oh, God. Okay. Alexis? Aiden, stop. Okay.
Okay, that one did get me a little bit.
what?
Seeing as how the title of the video is
What?
asking, does anybody know where this
Quentin, look at it. Wait. What?
Dude,
That
that's the
was
type of shit my cat's been doing to me though at night.
really.
Like running towards me, and I think it's like a creature.
How many?
This
1, 2,
is-
3.
It is safe to assume that there's never been an explanation posted anywhere online for this creepy video.
What is?
Who knows what could have happened to this group of people if we are to presume this wasn't a hoax.
What?
On February 9th,
Caves.
2016, a channel going by the name of A Man Ape Man uploaded the following short clip to his YouTube channel where he documents himself walking through a tunnel in an undisclosed location in Poland. Seeing as this
Well, now we
exploration
know it's in
more than
Poland.
likely took place when it was dark outside, it begins with a wide view of the tunnel with a night vision filter. As the man walks around the tunnel, he sees something bizarre that causes him to run. Have a look and see what he captured on camera.
Ah, dude, that was crazy. Now is he running toward it?
Widzieliście to?
Although it is definitely short, this is something incredibly strange.
It's actually Joe
and will make you
Gatto
guess
from
what he
Impractical
saw that
Jokers. That's
day.
in the mine.
Is it?
Was it just somebody walking by late at night that the uploader thought was something else? Or was it actually a creature roaming around late at night, perhaps looking to haunt
Oh crap!
its next
Caves are
victim?
scary, dude. Yeah, they
I'll
are.
let you be the judge.
That's a slow shutter effective, dude. It's tickety top.
Our next video, uploaded by the channel Sky Jets, starts off with a title card informing us that the following was filmed in Montreal, Canada, on September 26th to 27th, 2013. In the video, we follow a man as he walks around the woods late at night for some reason that is never given. Perhaps he is just going on a walk late at night, or maybe he was trying to find something to capture on camera, which would explain why he is filming this in the first place. As he walks by different parts of the forest, he seemingly doesn't find much. However, that all changes within the snap of a finger as he looks up and sees something that causes him to panic. Have a look and see.
J'entends du bruit depuis tantôt dans le champ. C'est vraiment bizarre. Il y a tellement de branches là, la nuit.
Here we go.
Tu entends quelque chose? Oh shit!
Must be a dog.
Quoi ça?
See, that's bad. I like watching videos where when they run towards whatever they see.
Yeah.
You know, that shows some, you know.
By freezing the video for just a brief moment, you can definitely make out some sort of pale-looking creature
That's just a dude in
seemingly
a gas
peering out
mask.
at the man
Yeah.
from behind the trees and bushes. What gives this video a more
Clearly
authentic
the
feel
creature
is the
was
uploader's
there.
reaction upon seeing
me
the
messed up.
creature for the first time. It genuinely seems as though he just saw something that startled him and caused him to run for his life.
Oh, I thought he was. Did he turn around? At 18 is scarier than. Oh, what
Lars
is this?
Helge Nedrebo published a YouTube video on May 6th, 2007 that shows how sometimes the most horrific and
It's
terrifying
somebody's
things
own.
can happen faster than you can
It is.
even imagine, and is proof that your life can
Dude, they let
change
Unk in
or
the
maybe
woods,
even
dude.
come to
They
an
let him
end
loose in the
at
in
any
the woods,
moment.
and he's harassing the
He
youth.
explains that the
Go do
following is
Unky
not
things.
his video,
Go do,
but
go
says
be
that
Unk
two
elsewhere,
friends
bro.
disappeared in 2006 while driving through a forest. The footage you're about to see was supposedly recovered from their camcorder. It begins with the two friends having a good time laughing with each other and having
Nothing
conversations
but a
as they drive
good
around
time.
at night. The video goes on for a few minutes,
Talking
documenting their late night drive. But eventually, the two
Ha
get
ha,
out
that's
on
what you
foot
get.
and begin walking around the forest when suddenly something terrifying happens to them.
White people. It is. Ah,
Det får meg overalt.
um.
Hogs. Bro's getting vicious. Never mind. Yeah.
That was a creepy freaking zombie pig man.
Zombie pig man.
It's
Whoa.
that damn man bear pig. It's the man bear pig.
It's the man bear pig. I think we should try to find another video.
Why?
I don't know. This is like these ones are too silly. I kind of want to get
Okay, fine.
spooked.
Okay, then you fine. We'll just you talk to the lads while I go use the lavatory.
Okay. The laboratory.
You find a good video.
I'm gonna find a good vid. A good vid.
Something scary, man. These
Something
are,
that make us go.
Ryu is serial, man. I'm serial.
Are you serial, dude?
You know, you should find the Zabooty Dubs Ghost Adventures.
Yes. Speaking of Ghost Adventures, go use the bathroom. We'll talk about that Aaron stuff going on.
Okay, I watched a video with that.
You know. Yeah, I'm putting on a little fun vid to make us go. So, holy shit, dude.
What?
Hey, bro, seen any ghostly goo? Wait, how's everyone in the squad fam doing tonight? How's everyone doing? But yeah, if finally I get a couple days off after tomorrow, so I'm gonna be smiling. I'm gonna be a smiling man. Be grinning. Be like this. Chilling, baby. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, I also forgot to mention I did watch a couple other movies. I watched Weird Science, which sounded great with my speaker setup. I watched oh geez, what else did I watch? I watched Fright Night twice on the 4K with a 5.1. The dance night, the nightclub scene where Chris Sarandon's dancing with Amy is so good. Sounded so good. I had to sit on the ground and just enjoy it. Directly in front of the TV and the sound setup. And then Phantom of the Paradise. I rewatched Phantom of the Paradise to test out that 5.1 as well. And it's actually game changing. I'm so happy I finally have a decent sound setup. Only thing that bums me out though is not everything supports the like whole 5.1 stuff. So it's like whenever I want to go listen to music on, maybe I just don't have a setting enabled. But whenever I go to set up, like listen to music, it doesn't really come through on streaming like it's in the 5.1. It just goes directly through the sound bar, the main 3.1 sound bar. So, oh yeah. Yeah, should I pretend to go to sleep when he comes back? So I'll be like,
Sorry. Did you find one? What happened?
I was pretending to sleep. Sorry. I found a Djibouti Dubs vid.
Okay, let's watch it. Okay, you guys, this is going to give us a copyright strike, but it's just too fucking good. Here we go.
Yeah, I don't even remember the context of a lot of this shit though. But
okay, well, hot mayonnaise. Okay, watch.
So here we are at the Hellfire Caves. Pretty fucking tight. Who's there? Who's that? What's going on? Oh, I'm getting a bad feeling about this room, guys. I feel like something terrible must have happened in here.
No, not really. This is just where we store all the Christmas decorations.
Are they evil?
Nope. They just sing to baby Jesus.
Guys, before we leave, I just want to say that I feel a strange energy coming from... Oh, fucking shit.
Whoa.
Oh, gosh,
Dude,
guys.
you okay?
I gotta sit down, bro. Oh, man. I need a sec. Just take it easy, man.
Yeah, fucking chill out.
You guys don't feel that? It's just like the room is just spinning around. I'm fucking tripping out. Yeah, the best place to hook up's right down here inside the inner temple. Me and my boyfriend love to bang in front of the mannequins. It's so hot. Me and my wife were exploring the caves, and she got lost in shit. But when she was trying to find me, she said a ghost dick slapped her in the face. It really scared her. This is another great spot to hook up, especially late at night. It's real dark. It's great because you can hear the echo. Oh, Robin. Oh, so hot. Oh, fuck. So day one, no ghosts. Oh, hey there, chill bros. So you guys seen any ghosts around here? Yeah, we're doing some filming, looking for ghosts and stuff on an adventure. You guys seen any? Oh, yeah, I've seen some pretty fucking weird shit today. You try looking in the mirror? Yeah.
Oh, when the groups get the Elsa's house next.
Okay, now we gotta chill in here. We can't be too loud because there's another crew filming another ghost show and they got better equipment than us, but we can't let that stop us. We gotta keep looking because I'm sure there's plenty of ghosts in this place to go around. And oh, look, here's the map. So we gotta go down this hallway, up to the information kiosk, go around, go to the gift shop, Chamber of Hell. That's where we got to go. So is this the Chamber of Hell or the gift shop? I'm kind of confused. Do we got to keep going or what?
Yes, mortal. You have fallen right into my trap.
All right, cool. So I'm just going to ask you a couple
What?
questions. So in
Like
the Chamber
what?
of Hell, do you see any ghosts or spiritual-like activity? Perhaps any signs of ectoplasm or ghostly goo lying around? Or have you seen, anything?
Silence, mortal douche. I will now give you a vision of your own agonizing death.
So this chick just gave me a vision of my own death. It's pretty fucking sick, dude.
Please remove your mortal garments.
It's kind of cold. And this is
I
my
love the
favorite
little
affliction
like when not performing unholy rituals, Vicky hosts anonymous masquerade
shirt.
orgies.
Okay, I guess so.
And now I will commence an unholy ritual by spreading hot mayonnaise all over your chest. It pleases the spirits and myself.
Whoa, dude, Aaron, you're looking good, bro. You've been lifting, bro? I'm telling you, dude, those pre-workout shakes and protein, you'll see those gains. Yeah, I was actually going to ask if you could help me with my squat form after...
That's enough fucking bro talk. Now walk the halls of the Hellfire Caves alone.
CNN, bro. CNN. Okay, oh my god, what's that? Oh, it's just dirt. Okay. All right, so I've been walking around for about 2 hours now. I haven't seen anything. Dude, what's taking him so fucking long? It's like, find a fucking ghost already, dude. We gotta wrap up soon. Okay. You guys probably know this already, but this show is totally fake, and we're just actors, and the ghosts are not real, okay? And the Travel Channel made me sign a contract, and I wouldn't say anything, but I just fucking... It's just a bunch of bullshit, man. Holy fucking balls, dude. This mannequin just grabbed my ass.
Oh no.
I'm so fucking scared, dude. Aaron, what the fuck is taking so long? Dude, a mannequin just grabbed my ass, bro. I'm serious. It really happened. Yeah. See, I think it was that one over there. He's still looking at me. So Aaron's kind of losing it, and it really smells like bad mayonnaise. So we're probably going to call it a night. We didn't find any ghosts this time, but maybe we will next time on another episode of Ghost Adventures, dude.
God, I love that.
Yeah, dude. I haven't seen that in years, but the voices they have for like the lady,
Yeah.
like the rich, hello mortal, like what?
Mortal. Enough
It's
of the
just-
fucking bro talk.
Like, bro, it's actually so good. It's actually so awesome. But yeah, let's see. I think I'll find one good like vid, and then we could probably wrap it up. Find one really nice vid real quick, and then I'll share it.
Because we were on Ghost Adventures.
We were on Ghost
We were on
Adventures.
an episode of Ghost Adventures.
Yeah. My feet was on national television.
Yeah.
My bare feet. They're like this.
He was in a wheelchair. And it was really cold.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy.
And I talked to Zach Bagans.
Mm-hmm.
I said, hey, all right. Library's here.
Library, you draw? I didn't know that.
Excellent. So and Zach Bagans gave me this look like I was a total moron because I said, "Do you guys need us to move our vehicle?" And he just like looked. No. And we're like, okay.
Goomba, off the table, dude. Dude,
Yeah, I was I was the tall figure in it. It's pretty tight. He's pretty tight.
Pretty tight, man.
It's pretty fucking tight. That was okay though. I thought that was kind of fun.
Yeah.
We got to meet Patrick Gallo.
The bagel.
Yeah.
The chili burger.
Pat ate Patrick Gallo's chili burger.
No.
He comes over. Is one of you guys eating a chili burger? Like, yeah. Oh, that was mine. Oh, sorry, Patrick Gallo, who played
Mario Puzo.
Mario Puzo in the Godfather thing.
Nice. I need to see some of your artwork library.
That is awesome.
Oh, I spent like 3 hours storyboarding today. I like forget that I can sometimes draw stuff. And then there's times where something's so hard to draw that I'm like, dude. But in the library, I'd love to see some of your art sometime. You guys send it to me. Let's see here.
Artwork. Okay, so what? Are you finding a video?
Yeah, I'm trying to find a good spooky spook.
Remember that one crazy one we watched with the guys down getting chased by a satanic cult in Texas?
I can't find those anymore.
It's gone.
There's these guys we used to watch that would go and mess with like cults and stuff in the South. And they just like delete all their stuff. I don't know what happened to them.
They got killed.
Probably. Honestly, I wouldn't be
satanized.
They got satanized like the song by Ghost. Hold on 1 second. This cat's being annoying. 1 second. Bro, you gotta get off, dog. You gotta get off this table, bro. This cat is evil, bro. You sniff him. I don't know what he's up to. Top 10 scary top 3 moments.
Okay.
Oh, wait, actually? Hold on. I got something even better.
Hot mayonnaise all over.
Hot mayonnaise all over the chest.
It attracts the ghosts and does a little bit for me too. Over there, it's a really great place to hook up. Yeah, my boyfriend and I'll hook up and get in front of the mannequin. So
it's like what? It's so awesome, dude.
So hot.
Trying to find. I have they're animated horror story compilations. I'm trying to find the right one, the one that would be like.
There was one that had like the hammer, like Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee. What the hell was that? That was on like Netflix back in the day.
Yeah.
When Netflix was groundbreaking and guerrilla.
Okay.
Not like Metallica now, it's sold out.
Yeah. Okay, I got this there. It's a little animated vid.
All right, wait.
Oh, nice. I've done a little bit of storyboarding. Storyboarding's crazy, honestly. I don't know how people can do it all the time. Sure, I'll send you images one day soon. And we'll get on cam one day too, I swear. We finally make a comic one day too. We'll see. Yeah? Do it. I would love to read it.
All right.
This happened to me when I was a teenager, and this still haunts me to this day. I was babysitting for my neighbor across the street, Alice. I babysat for her often, almost every weekend, so we were very comfortable with one another and had a good routine. Rarely, Alice would have a friend sleep over, and on this particular night, that was the case. Jennifer was a first-time sleepover date, so she was a bit nervous, but I did my best to make her happy. Alice's parents left at around 6:30 p.m., setting the alarm behind them as they went. I bathed both girls and got them into bed to watch some Nickelodeon, as was our usual routine. Once the girls were happy, I went into the kitchen to grab some snacks. It was pouring rain outside, and next to the kitchen was a breakfast nook with glass doors and a series of glass windows. As I was preparing to walk back into the room, the phone rang. Alice's parents called often, so I always answered the phone. I picked up the phone and asked who it was. "Hi, how are you?" a male voice asked. "Hi, I'm doing well," I replied. "Are you calling for Jason, Alice's father?" "He isn't home, but I can take a message." "Maybe," he says to me. "Maybe I'm calling to talk to you." Now, my spidey sense wasn't ringing just yet, and I figured it was a family member or a friend who was bored and wanted to chat. I politely but quickly said I had to go.
Library, yeah.
Girls
I
were
remember
calling
the
for me to bring
Scooby
me snack,
snack.
so I hung up the phone. I brought Alice and Jennifer
the
their
Scooby Snack
snacks. And
video,
I was
that's
about to
like
settle
probably one
into
of my
the recliner
favorites.
chair in Alice's room. I heard the phone ring again.
I'm gonna let this story play out. I actually have a animation I want to show you guys, and then we'll jump back to this one.
I hustled back into the kitchen to answer it without really thinking anything was peculiar. At least, not yet. You know, it's rude to hang up on people, don't you? He started off, but he wasn't angry or aggressive. It was a little hard to hear him over the thunder and rain, and both girls were calling for me to come back because they were scared of the thunder. I'm sorry, I said. I have to get back to the girls. Have a nice night. I heard him say something, but hung up before I could hear what he said. The phone rang again. Don't hang up on me, he said, with anger in his voice. But I hung up again. I was getting nervous at this point. I went back in the room with the girls, and the phone rang again. At that point, Alice was asking me to not leave her again, so I didn't answer. But the phone rang again and again. Finally, 10 minutes had passed without a call, and it rang again. This time, I thought that perhaps it was Alice's parents, so I peeled myself away from the girls to go and answer the phone. You fucking cunt. Don't you hang up on me, he screamed.
Whoa!
Leave me alone. If you call again, I will call the cops, you psycho. I screamed back. I hung up the phone and turned around to see Alice and Jennifer were now standing behind me. They looked terrified, so I offered to get some ice cream bars from the freezer. I went to the freezer and the phone rang again. Alice answered it. I don't know what he was saying, but I heard screaming, and Alice looked absolutely terrified. I grabbed the phone and was about to unleash on him when he said, "That's a nice pink shirt you're wearing." I hung up the phone and realized that not only was I wearing a pink shirt, but that during the second phone call I received, there was a clap of thunder that I heard on the phone at the same time I heard it in the house. It wasn't until that moment that the realization hit me. Now, I was a teenager at this point, thinking I was invincible and having no concept of my own mortality, but a higher sense of consciousness kicked in and guided my next few actions. I hit the light switch in the kitchen as it controlled most of the lights in that immediate area. I grabbed both girls, their barking dog Alex, and shoved us all into the pantry. The pantry door opened inward, so I pushed up.
See, I once got a dirty phone call when I was a kid, and I fully recognized the voice as one of my school teachers. Oh. Crazy going back to this class the following Monday. Oh, man, that sucks. I'm sorry, library.
Dude, that's creepy as fuck.
That's really fucking creepy.
Holy crap.
Did you, that's, I can't even imagine. That's like a scary situation. You said when you were a kid too? Yeah, man, that sucks. I'm sorry, library.
Yeah, dude, there's so many sick fucks out there in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously.
Yeah, especially if like you're a teacher too. Especially I was like going into teaching. I don't know how people that get that job that train all that years and years of their life and they're fucking monsters. It's fucked up.
I think a lot of it has to do with like they're young, right? So I mean, if you study for 4.5 years, you don't have a life, and you're teaching by the time you're 22, 23, you're still a kid. Kids teaching kids, basically. And I don't know.
I was 13, so young teen. Never got confirmation, but his voice was very distinct. I was too chicken to report him as I couldn't prove it. That's what happens with a lot of those cases, honestly, man. It's so many fucked up things happen and go unnoticed because it's just like sometimes the people that report it get in more trouble than the fucking
exactly
the weirdos, So
well,
it's
the whole concept of everything. Like up here, there was one North Dakota. There was one of the representatives in Bismarck at the state capitol got a whole bunch of money to do study on bullying. Okay, for 1.5 years. Like the state of North Dakota gave him like $3 million for research. His final report, the front page said bullying, a history of bullying. And on the front page, there was a Native American with headdress and everything like that. And he claimed bullying started from the Native Americans. The Native Americans bullied the white people. You fucking kidding me?
Yeah, it's like the white, what's it called? White, like, what do they call it? Just a fucking bullshit. The oppressors trying to be like act like they're oppressed, the victim.
Yeah. It's so insane that, and I remember watching that and then reading it, getting an actual report. Remember when I used to work in that bookstore, that picture store? The one girl, the lady that worked with me, she was a huge, like, politically, she was big into politics.
Mm-hmm.
She's the one who showed it to me, and I read that, and I literally wanted to throw up.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like if you tell, you're the bully.
Yeah.
How does that? Anyway.
Yeah, it's all stemmed from fucking bullshit, bigotry, fucking racism, sexism, everything.
It's crazy.
Bunch of bullshit.
Jail library, that sucks.
Yeah, that sucks, library. I will say too, there's I never experienced something like that, but there were a couple of teachers and like counselors when I was growing up that got like in trouble from doing stuff like that, and like justice still wasn't really necessarily served.
Wasn't that? Remember when we went in before your senior year and talked to that counselor?
Yeah, there's this counselor.
Was he one of the guys?
Yeah.
He was that one guy, wasn't he?
Yeah, he there's this dude as a counselor that was just really aggressive towards me for some reason. Like just weird, but then he was nice to all the girls. Like I would sit there and then I'll get out of this, but yeah, yep. Sorry, I kind of skipped over what library said. Sorry, but yep, that's insane. Sociopathic victim blaming, destroy a whole people and it's their fault. Classic. Yeah. Messed up. And then isms are generally bad. Yeah. But I remember I asked him to something about like classes. I wanted to get a new class switched over, and he sent like a really passive aggressive email to me. And then I went into his office after, and he was like sweating bullets. He was like scared of me for some reason. I'm not even that like, fucking scary. And then yeah, I was out of that. He was just a fucking weirdo creep. Unsurprisingly. And there's one time like a week later, he's like out in public, like going to restaurants, giggling with his buddies.
Yeah. What he went to a high school drinking party, and he got busted feeling up some drunk girls in the basement.
Yeah. So,
way to go, bro.
Fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that sucks, library. I genuinely, it's fucked up. All that shit. So, but anyways, though, love y'all.
Exactly.
Love all y'all.
Up against the shelves and shoved a giant bag of rice against the door. I then had my back against the shelf, my feet pushing against the rice to help secure the door, and I had a girl in each arm, with my hands over their mouths. I pinned the dog between my legs, and although he constantly barked, he somehow knew to stay quiet at that moment. And the alarm started sounding, and the phone started ringing. All of us were trembling, but I was determined to not cry in front of the girls. Between the alarm and the thunderstorm, I couldn't hear much. After what felt like an hour, I heard a female voice calling and asking if anyone was in the house. She was in front of the pantry and announced that she was a police officer, and that it was safe to come out. She clearly knew I wasn't going to take her on her word, so she slid her badge under the door. I moved 1 foot from the bag of rice and towed her badge towards me. The police had turned the lights on, so I was able to see from the light streaming in under the pantry door that this was in fact a badge. I cautiously made my way out of the pantry, shielding the girls behind me. The female officer, Officer Wesley, didn't look alarmed at all, and I quickly realized why.
Yeah.
It's scary when the alarms go off, she said. But next time you need to answer the phone and let the alarm company know everything is okay, instead of hiding. Sending officers out to a house isn't a joke. I looked at her confusingly. You didn't set off the alarm, I said, stammering, and I started to cry. We haven't opened any doors. She looked at me with confusion and then said, Then who made those footprints? From the back door, the sliding glass door in the kitchen nook to the pantry, and out of the front door were muddy footprints. In front of the pantry was a bunch of prints, as if someone had paced in front of the door for a while. The footprints led out of the front door, which was still open when the police arrived. I was hysterical, and the police called Jason and Janelle, Alice's parents, to come home from the restaurant. Within earshot, but clearly not meant for me to overhear, Officer Wesley's partner informed her that the door in the nook had been pried open. I looked out over the pool deck and could see where the trail of footprints had started from the grass and into the house. They were mostly dissolved at that point, due to the rain, but it was very clear that someone had walked from the side of Alice's house and towards the glass door. We waited for Alice's parents to come home before I left. When the police recounted the night's events, I remember thinking in passing that neither of Alice's parents looked as terrified as I thought they should have, given the events of the evening. The police walked me home and told my parents what happened. My mother and father were both very, very upset. A few extra officers patrolled the neighborhood for a few weeks, but never caught the perpetrator.
Dude, these characters' eyes are fucking crazy looking. Like, what?
Was he ever heard from again? And I never babysat for Alice again. I was too frightened. Fast forward a few years, and Jason, Alice's father, went to prison for tax evasion. Or so we were told. Years later, when I was home visiting, I ran into Jason as he was leaving the house on his motorcycle. He stopped to chat with me, and I asked him the one nagging question I had for years. Did you really go to jail for tax evasion? Now, at that point, Jason and Janelle were divorced. She left him for her dead sister's husband, which is pretty dark, and I guess that Jason didn't feel that he needed to keep up any pretenses. He told me that, no, he was sent to prison for drug running. He regaled me with the tale of how he was caught in a high-speed chase and bragged about how he was one of the biggest dealers in the area for years, until he was busted. And then I knew. The person who was calling that night was trying to exact some sort of punishment on Jason. Maybe he was a rival dealer, or maybe Jason worked for him.
Fuck? This guy here?
Yeah.
Bro, what?
And had pissed him off. But that's why Jason and Janelle didn't seem as alarmed as they should have. By the grace of God and an alarm system, we were not killed that night, but I knew that Jason's actions had led to that night's events. I knew it in my gut. This haunts me to this day, and I think I helped solidify a healthy understanding of my own mortality as well as the depravity that may be within others. I'm not overly paranoid, but I'm cautious, and I think rightly so. My stupid teenage antics, for the most part, stopped dead in their tracks.
Okay. I'm going to show the video I want to show because Library mentioned
cocaine's a hell of a drug.
That's true. That's true, though.
I wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know either. But yeah, I got this video here. It's called The Grinch's Ultimatum.
Right.
If you want to pull this up, this video is banging. Library, I think you'll love this if you haven't seen it already.
It's Claus.
It's Claus. Whoa.
All right, buddy, you got two options here. You can be a saint or you can be a Grinch. Those are your two choices. Choose wisely. So what's it gonna be, huh? A saint? Or a Grinch?
The music. Fuck. Whoa. Have I truly become a monster?
Sweet ass moves, the
Dude,
Grinch.
right? He's awesome, dude.
I miss the old TVs too, man. What the hell just happened?
Awesomeness just happened, man.
Did it?
Awesomeness did, yeah. That video, Pilot Red Sun, that was made like a decent amount of time ago. Bro hasn't uploaded anything in a while, but yeah, the music in that is actually really good. I've listened to that like on its own before, but that it's so funny because it's, you know, it's goofy, it's silly, right? But that line where he says, "Have I truly become a monster?"
Yeah, I know. You're like, what?
Like what? It's so like, wait, this is the Grinch.
He was just he was so angry at the TV. Yeah. Then Santa Claus is like, "Whoa, dude."
Santa Claus is like, "Whoa, dude." Oh yeah, it's a good vid. It's a good vid. I love the style too.
What is this?
All right. This is the continuation of the video we were watching before.
Right.
We can wrap it up. I'm gonna start it and then I'm gonna go run use the bathroom real quick. Use the boys' room, as they say. So
when I was in high school, I was like 16. I had a friend Lisa and a second friend Zoe. Lisa had like a lot of money. Her huge house was located right next to our high school. So every time we had a break or anything, the three of us would go there, and we would also have a lot of sleepovers at her house. It was this huge rich people's house, so it was awesome to stay there. So one day, we decided to stay the night there. The three of us plus Lisa's little sister, Anna. Her mother was gone for the night. We decided to put on some PJs and watch scary movies for hours. Anna went to bed before us three, and we just stayed in the living room watching TV. At one point, the alarm goes on. It happens sometimes, so Lisa just goes to turn it off, and that was it. Then, like 10 minutes later, the alarm goes on again, and it scares us because it's not supposed to. Technically, the alarm was made to only ring when humans came by, because the house was located in the middle of the forest, so we all knew that sometimes animals would come by the house. It's happened before, so when the alarm was installed, it was calibrated for humans only, and it was the second time it rang. We started to get a little bit scared, so we went upstairs, opened the windows to look at the garden all around the house. Saw nothing. We even went on the balcony in the middle of the night. Still nothing. I was alone on the balcony at some point, and the alarm went on again, and the automatic lights around the swimming pool turned on. That meant something was around the pool, and I was just above it. I got so scared I got on my knees and stayed there until my friend deactivated the alarm and the lights, and I ran inside the house. At this point, we were really scared and started thinking about what it could be. If it has to be any human, all our lights were on, so they knew where we were. We turned all the lights off, and all four of us went hiding downstairs in the kitchen, without our phones. I don't even know why not even one of us thought about taking at least one phone. So we were there, lights off, scared in this huge house, with windows everywhere we could look. The alarm went berserk again. Anna screamed, and Lisa took her with her, reassuring her while walking to shut the alarm off, to finally turn it off once and for all. So I was in the kitchen with Zoe only, and we were just looking all around us. The alarm was upstairs, so the two girls were far from us. At some point, we heard footsteps right behind us, like right on the other side of the wall in the garden. It was fast, not scared, just fast, like that person knew where they were going. So we just froze, screaming in the dark, and jumped when something, well, someone, it was obvious, walked by the door and window right in front of us. He, we think it was a he, had a light, but it was another light that allowed us to see his silhouette. So there were at least two, running around the house for about at least 20 or 30 minutes. Detail, but this door was, like I said, a windowed door, but there were Venetian blinds on it, and they were not closed, of course. We were still not moving, and the girls upstairs were so scared that they stayed there. At least it's what they told us. Suddenly, one voice, then a second. I was unable to understand anything, but I heard it. And Zoe and I were blinded by a sudden light right at our faces. We were literally not able to move, scream, talk, or do anything. Nothing we could have done was possible. We were just frozen in fear. The light stayed there. Someone was seeing us through the blinds. Somebody was watching us being scared and was just staying there. Suddenly, we heard a hard sound on the front door, which was closed. So we didn't move at all, but I don't know what took me. It just woke me up. And I crawled to the door in front of me, the back door, closed the blinds, and just held the door in place in case the guy on the other side tried to force it open. Honestly, I'm small and thin. My little body was probably useless here, but I did it anyway. The one at the front door was still trying to enter. Zoe's still not moving. The two girls upstairs doing I don't know what, and the one just a glass window away from me started hitting it, trying to force it open. It was closed, but I just grabbed the handle and hung it there for a while. He was just hitting and trying to open the door. All of this lasted hours in my head, but I believe it was only a few seconds. At one point, the hits at the front door stopped. A few seconds later, the other one in front of me stopped as well. Then, the lights just moved fast everywhere. The alarm did nothing. Zoe and I just slept in the kitchen, and the two sisters upstairs. Nothing happened at all. It was over. The next day, Lisa's and Anna's mom came back home, and we told her everything. Got a bit yelled at because we didn't call the cops. I took it wrong at the time, but I understand now why she got upset. She called the cops, who went to see the house, and discovered footprints all around it. Some muddy footprints and marks on the front door. They said they must have kicked the door, and that was it. They told us it must have been some guys who were just doing some reconnaissance. You know, when they just walk around the houses to see how to rob them. It was common in this area. There were a lot of really big and beautiful houses, filled with expensive things. The only thing I will never be able to explain is why they started being so aggressive. Originally, they were just walking around the house. But I think that if they were trying to see something or just look things up, they would have left when they realized we were inside, or at least left when that guy saw us in the kitchen. Well, they didn't. The moment they saw us in the kitchen, they didn't see the two sisters. They started being aggressive and trying to force the doors to enter the house where we were. I don't know if they really wanted to rob the house. I will never, and honestly, I don't want to know. I didn't spend any more nights at this house. I was so scared that they would come back again that I couldn't sleep there. Lisa was a bit mad. Like she didn't understand. But from what she told Zoe and me, she didn't see them. She just stayed upstairs with her sister. I understand it, but I wasn't able to stand the fact that she couldn't understand how scared I was as well. I must have been around 8 years old at the time this happened, and my sister was 12 or 13. We lived in a tiny little house that we called the shack, that her mom moved us into after she split up with our father. It was all we could afford. My sister and I shared a tiny bedroom, but one perk about the house was the huge backyard, with a large above-ground pool and deck that we could always play on. We had a big privacy fence, and being the nosy little kid I was, I liked to climb on some of the wooden boards of the fence and check out the neighbors. I recognized the two little boys who lived in the house kitty corner to us because they went to my school. I made it a habit every day to climb up the side of my fence and hang around and talk to them. I never actually climbed over the fence, just climbed a plank, so I was high enough to peer over and talk. They had an uncle named Randy who was probably in his 20s or 30s, and he was usually in the backyard doing housework, so I got to know him as well. Both me and my sister would hang on the fence and chat with him most days. Conversations were always innocent, and he seemed like a nice guy. Now looking back, I can see some red flags about him. I remember one time he had a basketball and accidentally threw it over our fence. We offered to grab it for him, but he insisted he could get it himself.
That, dude? That's a
and hopped over the fence with ease.
Was it the
thought nothing
Creeper
of it
from
time,
Creepshow 2?
I
Is that what they
imagine this
called
was
the...
to test how easily or fast he could scale the fence. One day in passing, my sister mentioned to him that our mom works the night shift, and therefore it was just the two of us alone at night in the house. That was all he needed to hear. Shortly after that, it happened. I woke up one night to the sound of my sister crying. We shared a bunk
Uncle
bed,
Cre-
me on
Unc
the bottom,
Creepy?
and when I stood up, she was out of bed, leaning against the wall on the phone crying. I asked her what was wrong, but she assured me everything was fine and to go back to sleep. So I did.
Everything's
It wasn't
fine.
until
Go
the
back
next
to
day
sleep,
that I
little
learned what
shit.
happened. Apparently,
back
in
to
the middle of the
sleep.
night, while our mom was away at work, Randy jumped the fence and tried to break in. He
The
started
fuck?
banging on our bedroom window, telling my sister to let him in.
That's actually kind of a cool
She
Halloween
refused,
costume
but
right
he
there.
wouldn't
Right?
take no for an answer. So he started walking around the entire house, banging on the windows, yelling for her to let him in, and trying all the doors. That's when she got out of her bed and called 911, and I woke up. Yeah, I have no idea how I managed to sleep through all that commotion, because she tells me he was banging on her window, right by the bed, loudly. But I guess you could just sleep like you're dead when you're little. Of course, by the time the cops arrived, all he had to do was jump the fence in 10 seconds, and he was back in his yard. They knocked on his door, but he denied he did it, so the police said there was nothing they could do. They were shaken up by the incident, of course. My mom wasn't able to change her work schedule, so she started having us stay at our dad's at night. A few years passed without incident, and we assumed everything was fine. I had long stopped talking to the boys next door. Then it happened again. Guess who slept through the whole thing again? My sister was a couple of years older now and had a group of her friends over for a sleepover one night. We had a sliding glass door to the backyard near where they were all sitting. The door had the typical vertical blinds, except weeks earlier one of them had broken and we couldn't get it to stay back on no matter what. So there was a gap in between the blinds where the broken one was gone. Anyway, the girls were all sitting around the couch playing board games, and one of my sister's friends suddenly turned rigid. She said, "Don't freak out, but there's a guy standing at your sliding glass door." They all turned around, and there was Randy again, his face pressed up to the glass where the gap in the blinds were, just watching them all. Naturally, everyone freaked out and 911 was called. Just like last time, he jumped the fence and the cops said they couldn't prove anything, even though they described what he was wearing, and he answered the door in the same outfit when the police questioned him. That was the last straw, so we moved out of that house and got a restraining order against him. He didn't show up to court that day, so the judge automatically granted us the order. Never saw him again. Last I checked, I looked him up online. He's currently in prison for a bunch of random charges.
Fuck Randy, man. He's a
Fuck
dick.
Randy, dude. Randy's a punk. But yeah, I get a little sleepy. I'm not gonna lie.
All right.
So, are you gonna continue the stream, or are you gonna
No, I'm gonna probably head out too.
head out too? Sorry for the short stream tonight, guys. I'm a little sleepy, so I'm gonna see here, Quentin. Who stalks the stalkers? Who knows, man?
That'd make a great TV show. Actually,
Stalkers.
it's like the Night Stalker, but I guess Dexter would stalk the stalkers.
Yeah, dude, Dexter. Damn, Randy. Rest of guys, I'll watch the
Randy.
replay. Awesome.
Sweet. Yeah, all right, guys. Yeah. Well, next week we'll kind of go along the same lines, but we'll, find some other stuff too.
Mhm.
Kind of do some research in this week to see what kind of other things.
Mhm.
Yeah, thanks for coming hanging out with us for a little bit.
Yeah.
And hope you guys enjoyed it. We really enjoy the chat when you guys get on there and jump up there with us. And so yeah. All right, Mike, take care, buddy. Library,
Have
take
a good night,
care.
guys.
Quentin, Ryu, who else is on here?
Paisley Cow.
Hey, Cow, Paisley Cow. Yeah.
Well,
all right.
all
All
right,
righty. Thanks, guys. Be good.
Have a good night. Take care of yourselves.
Take care and don't get scared.
Don't get scared.
All right.
Don't
Have a
take
good
shit
one,
from
guys.
anybody. Punch them in the face.
Yeah,
All
don't
right,
take any shit from anyone. You know that.
Pop
All
them in
right.
the face.